every EU citizen, every EU person speaking on behalf of the EU has to be also a digital diplomat, a digital person and a digital speaker. As to the Cyber Resilience Act, people are calling it the first Internet of Things legislation in the world. It is the first time when it has been tried to regulate common cybersecurity standards for connected devices and connected services.
We are all witnessing the constant gradual increase in cyber attacks and the fact that 2/3 of those incidents come from the exploit of vulnerabilities in connected devices. Why do we need to legislate? The reason is that there is no incentive right now in the market, or not sufficient incentive to fix the problem. We have certainly tried to find the balance between trying to tackle the problem, and for that we needed to have a broad scope of applications, so that it is to all devices with digital elements, that it had to include software, that it had to include components that are put in the market so that we can cover the whole supply chain.
My perspective is, yes, I think very much actually matching Commission perspective, not because I also worked in the European institutions, but because I really think that cybersecurity doesn't have demand if you don't create it as a legislator. What I think is a largest impediment to achieving the goals of Digital Europe actually is the security issue. And therefore I think Cyber Resilience Act really provides this kind of extra layer of security for both economic actors but also for consumers in Europe. So I think there's some sort of pan-European action is necessary to pay attention to the skills gap and especially the cybersecurity workforce shortage.
In the names, the numbers, the internet protocols world, if you bypass existing policy-making processes, it can be an issue. The very reason organizations like ICANN or IETF can give you an internet is because every device that's connected runs on the same set of technical protocols, the same standards, the same identifier. They are trusted and therefore they are being used by the whole world because they are developed through bottom-up processes with the participation of everyone, of experts globally, including the governments. If through legislative efforts we introduce multiple incompatible protocols, or if we challenge existing governance mechanisms for standard setting and for policy making, and we supplement them by national legislation, we might dissolve the glue that keeps the internet together. In simple words, we might risk internet fragmentation.
Of course, we recognize the good intention of the CRA and the courage of the Commission to attack that problem. That's the first good intention, but as well, we remark one strategic value in it, which is it's addressing a real gap on the security products for consumers and on IoT products. That's a real problem. From a security practitioner perspective that I do every day, security is about trade-offs. So we want to be clear on those trade-offs in a manner to get CRA to deliver on its promises without giving away too much. Let's only do conformity assessments for the very high-end parts, and let's consider what we need to consider on standards.